Good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you're doing this. This is 21.2 biology, and we're going to talk a little bit, just a really quick lesson today, about other types of invertebrates. All right, these are considered spiny skin invertebrates, and we call those echinoderms. And echinoderms would include sea urchins, starfish, sand dollars, sea cucumbers, brittle stars, which are like starfish, but they have like thinner rays. Their spines might be long, like on the sea urchin. You can see the pictures there on page 433. Or they might be like really short, almost unnoticeable, like on a sand dollar. Their name actually means hedgehog skin. So that kind of gives you the idea there of what they all kind of look like. You can see the pictures up on page 433. But also on 433, look at the actual starfish that they have here, the anatomy of the starfish. It all kind of regulates from this central disc. The arms or the rays kind of extend from. And of course, this is one of the first things that we've talked about with radial symmetry. And you can kind of cut it any way and still have two equal halves. And it has a central disc there. And so then they come in a variety of shapes and sizes as far as the echinoderms are. And then even some of the starfish have more than 5 rays that I've seen, and that's kind of cool. Some of them are called brittle stars, though. They have what they call water vascular systems. So they don't really have blood. They have a complex system of water-filled tubes that kind of go all throughout their body, and that gives them the oxygen that they need. That's what they use for feeding, respiration, senses, that kind of stuff. And they also use that for movement, so they can kind of like bring in the water, and then they'll move like kind of an excurrent pour, like pumping the water out of their body, and so they move there. And then the best known, of course, echinoderms are the starfish, like you see down here. They have the rays that come out there. They have, at the end of every little ray, they have a little sensitive eye spot, which, do they show you that? They don't even show you that on the thing. But anyways, they do. It's hard to see. And it's kind of on the bottom toward there. But anyway, it has a little eye spot that basically it helps it to be able to see, and that would be more like light, dark shadows, that kind of thing. It has tube feet on the underside there that holds it onto things. On my videos that you can watch, like it says something about videos that you can watch for this week or something like that on my YouTube channel. It's from other people videos, but there's like 2 or 3 of starfish eating things, and that's like one of my favorite videos to show, and I normally would show it to you now. But that starfish will grab a hold like of a clam. It'll grab a hold of that clam, and the tube feet can actually pry open, one of the only things that can pry open a clam's shell, and then it injects its stomach into the clam and digests it, and then comes back into the body and leaves the clam shells for people to grab. So that's pretty cool, and it's pretty cool to see. You can watch those videos because this one's not going to be very long. And then you have another one called a rotifer, and that is on page 434, and you can kind of see what those look like. I can't remember if we talked about this or if I talked about it in 7th grade. Some of the females' eggs are what they call parthenogenic, and that is where they don't require fertilization. They can just lay their eggs. They're laid in the winter usually. They others require fertilization. These don't. There just depends on when they lay them, actually, which you can read about there. So actually, Leeuwenhoek, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, he discovered rotifers in 1703. And since then, there's about 2,000 different species that have been identified, and they're multicellular animals, but they're the smallest of the multicellular animals. So, all right, that's 21.2. Do your section reviews, make sure you're reading, watch some of those extra videos. They're really cool. And have a great week.